So breaking tonight, Trump's incoming administration is preparing the largest deportation operation in American history. Stephen Miller just dropped a bombshell that the moment Trump takes the oath, he will seal the border shut. But here's what the mainstream media is not telling you. Multiple nations are already in talks to accept deportees when home countries refuse them. Meanwhile, sanctuary cities like Boston are desperately reaffirming their status for sanctuary city, while places like Castle Rock, Colorado are pledging total cooperation. Even New York City Mayor Eric Adams is ready to work with Trump's team on criminal aliens. The Great Awakening is happening. And just like Trump's preparing to protect our borders, you should be protecting your skin from the effects of aging. Here's a shocking fact. After age 20, your body produces 12% less collagen each decade. While the border crisis ages you with stress, why not fight back? That's why I use BioTrust's revolutionary collagen formula. It combines all 5 types of essential collagen for your skin. Get 51% off today at healthwithgary.com, plus receive free VIP health coaching and our skin health ebook. Don't let aging cross your personal borders. Fortify your skin at healthwithgary.com. Okay, we're going to kick this off with a video that was posted by Breitbart News. And the caption says, "You're not going to outrun the cops with that many illegals stuffed in there." Wait till you see. This is video. It looks like dash cam footage from a police car. They tried to run.
Let's go 3, 4 forward, 1080, 1 spot on second.
Bail up. Hey, no se muevan! No se muevan! No se muevan!
Oh my. It's like a clown car.
Your 220 is like 20 plus bodies on the road. Here.
Al piso! Al piso, hey! Ven, hey! Al piso! Señor! Ven para acá! Hey, get this guy! Go in the back, in the back, in the back, in the back! Get him! Hey, just watch the back. Just don't let him out. Al piso. Al piso. Al piso, bien. Siéntate hasta abajo. Hasta abajo, dame la mano. Dame la mano. Estoy diciendo bien. Las cintas y los zapatos, por favor.
Wow. It reminds me of when I was running from the cops as a kid. Me and all my friends getting chased by the cops. And only like 1 or 2 of us get caught, but the rest all go home. Yeah, that was a clown car situation. Oh, man. Okay, so we got this. The Trump border czar nominee, Tom Homan, is ready to team up with New York City Mayor Eric Adams. Says he'll call him tonight. Both want to crack down on illegal alien criminals terrorizing our streets. And here again, we have Chris Cuomo covering this. That still blows my mind that this guy, coming from CNN and the stuff he's reporting now. Ugh. I get this is like, I don't know. Anyway, let's play it.
That go along. So, will Holman meet with Adams? What does he believe can be done? Will you work with him, and is there a fix?
I will meet with Eric Adams. I've yet talked to him. I actually plan on calling him tonight, but I'll probably call him right after the show. But he's reached out to me a couple times. I've been on travel, but I plan on calling him either tonight or first thing in the morning. I certainly will meet with him. I'm looking for partnerships. I'm not looking for enemies, and I think we both have the same concern on the rising illegal alien crime rate in New York City. I want to help him address that.
Do you believe that you can get the bad guys without sweeping up a lot of not bad guys, except for the fact that they came into the country illegally and all the things that go along with breaking up families, breaking up workplaces, the risks that you know very well?
Well, look, like I said in the first show, our priority right out of the gates is criminal aliens, the ones who are here illegally that committed a crime. And that's why I'm happy that the mayor's reached out, because if they can help us arrest the bad guy in the safety and security of their jails, work with their law enforcement, that means less officers in the streets, less officers in the communities. But when we're forced, when a sanctuary city just keeps releasing illegal aliens with criminal convictions back to the streets, that forces the men and women of ICE to go into communities. And when they find the bad guy, most likely they're going to be with others. And ICE officers are not going to walk away from somebody that's here illegally, that's standing there in front of them. So if he wants less collateral arrests, that's what working together is going to prevent, more collateral arrests, because we're going to have the bad guy in our hands from the beginning and not have to go search for him.
So basically, if they've got him in the prisons already, just hand him over. We'll take care of him from there. If they don't, then they got to go find him on the street, and then there will be other arrests. That's how he's saying. And of course, they're going to be arrested alongside the criminals. Here we have this just in: Trump's nominee Rodney Scott to lead Customs and Border Protection. Rodney Scott at CBP and Caleb Vitello at ICE would work alongside Stephen Miller, who was named Deputy Chief of Staff for Policy, and Tom Homan, also tapped to be the border czar. NPR reporting that. GOP local leaders, city of Yuma, Mayor Nichols talks about proposed immigration changes in a second Trump term. Let's listen.
Compare that to...
Would you say that the border situation here in Yuma is better today than it was 1 year ago?
It is definitely better today than it was a year ago. And the year before that, when it hit 310,000, we're just a third of that. But you compare that to what we normally see, there's still a great disparity between what would be normally good and what people are trying to say, well, this is better and this is good compared to where we were. Yeah, but you're not comparing apples to oranges.
And that's how Yuma Mayor Doug Nichols sees the immigration situation currently in his community.
Again, that's because President Trump is already showing up. Not even president, and these illegals know it. Their days are numbered. And we've got this also from News Nation. The migrant masses now quake as President-elect Trump vows mass deportations on day one. They fled chaos back home, but guess what? If they can't handle the new rules under Trump's America First agenda, maybe it's time they pack up and go back.
Good morning.
The countdown is on before President-elect Donald Trump takes office come January 20th, and that has some migrants finding themselves at a crossroads, debating whether or not to return to Mexico, despite the ongoing issues that led them to migrate, or face uncertain immigration policies under the incoming Trump administration. News Nation's Xavier Walton joins us live from Texas. Xavier, what are they telling you, and what are some of their concerns?
Well, hey, Marky, good morning. Immigration advocates say migrants are stuck between a rock and a hard place at this point in time. On one hand, they're scared to actually stay in Mexico with the threat of cartels. On the other hand, many are fearful of what's to come with the Trump administration and his promise really to carry out mass deportations. Here's some new video of migrants leaving Mexico, many traveling from much further out, heading to the U.S.-Mexico border. You can see men also in this video, bathing in rivers on their long trek to the U.S.-Mexico border. And then there's also video of, a Venezuelan woman wiping away tears, says she cries every single day and doesn't want to stay in Mexico anymore. She says, she suffers a lot. At this point, she's just waiting in limbo there. And there's a lot of violence and sexual abuse, enough for her to want to go back home, to not want to go back home, obviously, to the hardship she left behind. Like so many migrants from Venezuela, Cuba, Haiti, and Central America, thousands right now are seeking asylum in the United States, awaiting their appointment with U.S. border officials. On top of the fear from their own countries, many are worried about losing ways to enter the United States illegally, like the CBP One app, a tool used to schedule asylum appointments.
It is an arduous, tenuous, dangerous journey, right? But people are making it because, again, their everyday lives are, there's either no upward mobility or political opportunity, or straight up political repression or violence that threatens their very lives, their very existence, right? So,
okay, so I get it, man. I feel for you guys. I feel for the people who want to come here, but you got to do it legally. You just got to do it legally. Okay?
So people are willing to take those risks in search of a better life.
So President-elect Trump says that those mass deportations are happening on day one. Obviously, that's January 20th. Thomas, that gentleman you just heard from, says that Trump has threatened to deport, 20,000 people
per month, Marky. So that's where we're, some of these migrants are, what do they do? What's that decision they're going to make here at the end of the day?
And thanks for watching, everybody.
Yeah. What's going to happen at the end of the day? Well, we're going to find out soon enough. We got this. Trump nominated multiple people on Thursday to round out his team for immigration, customs enforcement, border protection agencies. Trump tasked forceful ally of hardline immigration policies to head customs. Stephen Miller, the moment President Trump puts his hand on that Bible, this is what's going to happen.
Ends. It's going to be at light speed, Sean. The moment that President Trump puts his hand on that Bible and takes the oath of office, as he has said, the occupation ends, Liberation Day begins. He will immediately sign executive orders, sealing the border shut, beginning the largest deportation operation in American history, finding the criminal gangs, rapists, drug dealers, and monsters that have murdered our citizens and sending them home. No one will be allowed to enter the country illegally, and ICE will be empowered in partnership with FBI, DEA, ATF, the National Guard to fully seal and secure the border with CBP and to find and identify the criminal threats that are inside this country and send them back home. We saw that.
Wow. Talking with some force there. Meanwhile, Gavin Newsom visiting the southern border to trash Trump's tariffs and mass deportations. He is clearly eyeing a run for the presidency in 2028. We'll see how that pans out. Matt Mueller posting this meme. Bye-bye. Go home. Trump's back. Merry Christmas, right? And then we got this from the Boston City Council, voted 13-0. A resolution to reaffirm the Trust Act, which declares Boston a sanctuary city and prevents local law enforcement from cooperating with ICE or for immigration enforcement and protects illegals in their city. Wow.
Boston has long been.
Docket 1780, Councilor Lujan and Mejia offer the following resolution reaffirming the Trust Act.
The chair recognizes Council President Louis Jen. Councilor, you now have the floor.
The city of Boston has long been a beacon of hope and opportunity for immigrants. As a city built on the strength of its diverse communities, Boston remains steadfast in its commitment to protecting the rights and dignity of all its residents, regardless of status. The Trust Act, first enacted, as we heard, in 2014 and later strengthened through amendments, is now a cornerstone of our policies. Every year, the Boston Police Department provides us with a report pursuant to the Trust Act on how they've been honoring the Trust Act and not getting involved in any civil immigration detainments. The Trust Act fosters trust between immigrant communities and public safety officials, ensuring that all residents feel safe, reporting crimes and seeking assistance by preventing collaboration with federal immigration authorities on civil immigration matters.
For reaffirming the Trust Act, I believe this legislation is crucial in maintaining trust between our immigrant communities and local government, ensuring.
Okay, we get the point, man. You guys don't want to comply with Trump. Well, you know what's going to happen if you don't comply with Trump, right? They've already said that, Home has already said he's willing to arrest people who decide they are going to deny Donald Trump's authority to comply. Okay? If you got him in the prison, at least give him the Homan. At least hand him over. But what we're going to see on day one, there's going to be a lot of weeping and gnashing of teeth from these sanctuary cities. Leading reports, breaking news, if a migrant's home country refuses to accept a deported individual, the Trump administration has reportedly been in discussions with Turks and Caicos, the Bahamas, Panama, and Grenada as possible alternatives to receive them, according to NBC News. But at least one town, Colorado, Castle Rock, unanimously passed a resolution instructing all cops to comply with any and all deportation orders from President Trump. So you've got Boston City Council voting unanimously to reject Trump, and then you've got Castle Rock, Colorado. Listen to this.
Federal aid. The town council motion in Castle Rock meant to send a message.
I'm admonishing publicly the mayor of Denver for his comments that I would account to be that of insurrectionist rhetoric.
Just a couple weeks ago, Denver Mayor Mike Johnston said he would send local law enforcement to stop federal agents from carrying out Trump's mass deportation plan.
I would like to please motion to direct our town attorney and the attorney staff to begin working on a declaration that would be in support of all efforts to include anything that we can do with our law enforcement personnel to support the deportation of illegal migrants.
If there has been illegal migrants found in Castle Rock and the effort is to deport them, it's simply to ensure that our police department knows that we do intend to follow that order and do intend to follow the rule of law.
It's a motion, less of a directive with less power.
It is, to be fair, more of a statement.
As cities and municipalities fight to either cooperate or not with federal immigration policy, the state is arguing they don't have to comply in court documents in response to a lawsuit brought forward by Douglas County. The state argues the federal government cannot compel states or their subdivisions to participate in federal immigration enforcement, adding Congress cannot conscript state employees into carrying out federal immigration enforcement.
So it's a statement to our own constituency, but it's also a statement to town staff and then also our own police department.
The town council motion in Castle Rock meant to send a message.
I'm admonishing publicly the mayor of Denver for his comments that I would account to be that of insurrectionist rhetoric.
Insurrectionist rhetoric from Denver. Yeah. The Boston City Council voting 13-0 to reaffirm sanctuary city status. But day one, get ready for the fireworks, folks. You're going to see a lot of videos like this. There's going to be a lot of these.
It's going to be 1080 westbound on 2nd.
Bail. Hey, no se mueva!
Oh, man, there's going to be a lot. Day one. Dash cam videos and clown cars.
Al piso!
Buckle up, folks. The message is clear. America's borders are about to mean something again. From mass deportations to sanctuary city crackdowns, the rule of law is returning to our nation. The big question is, will Democrat-run cities resist federal enforcement, or will they finally put America first? That's my question to you. Drop your predictions in the comments below and show your support for our secure borders with our exclusive MAGAvengers collection at shop.nextnewsnetwork.com, because the border revolution